again. In today's video we'll see what are the best exercises for flat head syndrome after the period of 3 months in a baby's life. I will also see what makes our therapy more effective and more specific to treat plagiocephaly. I will also give you some interesting ideas and tips that will definitely help you to be more accurate and more specific in your therapy with this type of deficits. So stay until the end and you won't regret it. For those who are new in this channel, I am Ekaterina Zyaka and I have been physical therapist for almost 30 years now. I have a master's degree in Prism Adaptation Therapy and I am also an NDT, Neurodevelopmental Treatment Therapist, DMT, Visceral Manipulation Therapist, CST, Craniosacral Therapist and OMT, Orthopedic Manipulation Therapist. If you missed my previous videos about plagiocephaly, the link is now on the top of your screen. First, here's a baby in a peanut ball which is 3 months old. As you can see, he's lying on one side of his body. My effort, my goal here is to get the dissociation of the shoulders and arms due to position, as one arm is bent and the other is in front of him. This way the head and eyes are facing forward towards his hand, and after a while we can place both his hands in front so that he can play with them and see them. The function of the arms is asymmetrical and the shoulders are dissociated from each other. And the same dissociation occurs in the shoulders area. My effort is to complete the flexion of the upper side of his body and at the same time the elongation of the other side of his body. Then on the prone position the baby's head extends each time the ball on which is placed moves back and forward. At the same time his forearms gain weight as they are placed just below his shoulders. In this way, in this position, the baby has the opportunity to touch, see and feel his hands. In prone position on the mattress, as you can see now, the baby is supported on his palms, on his hands, and as he sees the toy, he wants to reach and grasp it. Thus, he continuously changes the supported side of his body. In this asymmetric function of his body, we facilitate the dissociate function of the shoulders and scapulas at the same time. Our goal in this function is to lose the arm from the scapula, so to release the act of the arm. We need to facilitate the movement of the shoulders down because it is the normal way to gain the dissociation of the arms from the shoulders. If the shoulders remain raised and shifted, this will lead in the future towards the shoulders. Therefore, it is important to know that from a very early age we need to prevent this motor abnormality. This could lead to an abnormal shoulder position and we have to work to get the best we can get of normal function in the shoulder area. In addition, the shoulder lift could be the cause of limited head function. This happens because the cervical spine, as the shoulders are raised, works in a limited way. Hence, it's crucial to release the neck area by lowering the shoulders in this position. In quadrupedic position, the baby moves is in an upper level of the previous one. This is where the relationship between the hips and the pelvis is organized, as well as the relationship between the trunk and the shoulder area. At this stage, in this position, the baby is working above the level of the mattress. He alternates his supported arm while playing, so the dissociation of the arm and the shoulder area is more organized. In addition, in this position, it is very important to also organize the co-contraction of the flexors and the trunk extenders, and it is related to the functional control of the hips and pelvis. In the kneeling position now, the baby moves at an even higher level of movement, in which the hands are released from the floor. In this position, control readjustments between the hips and the pelvis are the most critical factor for control and function in this position. In a semi-kneeling position, we try to facilitate weight transfer and diagonal function on the supporting leg. We always try to control the activity of the hips pelvis at every angle and degree of this joint. The sitting position is the first position that the baby moves with free hands. The head, shoulders and arms act in an open chain motion, and the control is organized by the relationship of the torso and the pelvis. In addition, when the control in this area is completed, it will positively affect the eye-hand coordination. At this level of motor function, it is important to facilitate weight transfer to achieve symmetrical activity and also to dissociate the two sides of the body. Control of the hips and pelvis is vital for the upright position and the gait process, which here is achieved for the first time with the upper body free. In this position, it is crucial to facilitate weight transfer to achieve symmetrical function and dissociation between the two sides of the body. In the future, at about 12 months of age, this will be needed for diagonal movement and rotation between the pelvis and the shoulder area in the gait process. In this way, we facilitate the symmetrical kinetic function through asymmetric kinetic function. In side-sitting position, the baby moves with flexion and extension of his body. Hence, his legs are dissociated to each other due to their position on the mattress. The one leg, you can't see it now, the one that is hidden from your side vision is flexed and abducted. The other one, as you can see, is also flexed but adducted. In this way, the baby function not only develops dissociation between the both sides of his body through flexion and elongation of his body, but the dissociation of the hips and pelvis as well. In crawling, we facilitate the diagonal movement at a lower kinetic level now than before, as we try to organize the asymmetric function of the baby. Crawling is a mature motor behavior in which all previous motor characteristics have been developed to function in an organized and precise manner. And now, what I promised you from the beginning of this video. I have told you in previous videos that we never pull or stretch the baby's head by force. I also told you that it is a very sensitive area and we must be careful, very careful. However, there are many times where gentle manipulations should be used to facilitate symmetrical action in the neck area in case that you have to deal with torticollis. Well, in this video, I just touch the baby's head and try to lengthen the contracted muscles of the cervical spine from the side that the sternocleidomastoid muscle is tighter. In situations like that, we must be careful so to be polite and gentle in this area and to handle our facilitations smoothly and mildly. Like so, we take the baby by our side and we don't turn the baby against us. Note that at the same time, I transfer the weight of the body in the same direction of elongation to organize a normal motor function as in normal development. This is the way it happens in normal growth, and this is what we always follow in our therapeutic intervention. We always remember to facilitate the extent equal to the flexion because the human is a whole and everything works in pairs. All our muscles develop in pairs, so the body functions with control and accuracy in the daily life activities. Well, this was all I wanted to share with you in this video. There is not one way of treatment, and maybe some of you have a different way of thinking and approaching therapy in similar situations. I just follow this clinical reasoning and I wanted to share it with you. I am always waiting for your questions, your thoughts and everything else you want to share with me in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video and keep yourself and your patients safe.